guys, I'm Peyton Welch, and this is Inbound Closing, and I wanted to introduce you to one of my best closers, AJ. Oh, Peyton, so thoughtful. Thank you so much for that introduction. Hey guys, I am AJ, and I am the head closer at IBC, or Inbound Closing, and I just wanted to take you on a journey today and introduce you to some of the guys that went through our program and are actually now closing for us, and want to talk about their journey and how they got here. So come on, let's go over there. Let's hit the sales pit. Oh, who do we have here, Jeremy? What is up, my friend? How you feeling?
Good, bro.
Feeling good? Cool. So before you were in IBC, what were you doing? Were you in sales? Were you
In sales, yeah.
Okay.
Working like 80, 90 hours a week.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of hours.
How are you doing now? You working less? You making
Working
more?
a lot less, yeah, that's for sure. Definitely more of a work-life balance.
Yeah.
For me, like, I'm definitely making more money.
Okay.
But the focus for me is more having that balance with my family. I get to spend more time with my fiance and I get to hang out with my nieces and nephews more. My life, like 80 hours, 90 hours a week to 30 hours, 35. I couldn't have done that with my last job.
Come on.
The freedom is the big thing for me. Financially, yeah, it's great. I, definitely where I would like to be and have no ceiling or cap on the potential of what I can do. But for me, the time freedom is the biggest thing.
Yeah, that's really great. As you went through that journey, did you actually have any like limiting beliefs that held you back? Did you have anything that you had to overcome to be able to?
Sure. The biggest thing that I dealt with, we see with a lot of new closers, is like that imposter syndrome thing.
Yep.
Mindset is huge, guys. Having a sharp mindset definitely is something that is top priority. Right, because you've been in sales long enough to know we hit this bottom of the momentum cycle, that little valley right there. And if you have a strong mindset, you stay in that valley. Yep. Instead of pulling yourself out. So, man, the biggest thing is mindset. I would say just having a really sharp mindset, knowing what you want vision-wise. We talked about that this morning in the meeting. That's huge.
Hey, from the person who's making it happen.
That's it.
Let's go. Yo. What is up, my
What's
dude?
up?
How you feeling?
I'm good.
So before you were in IBC, how much money were you actually making per month? Okay. Okay, and how much are you making now on average?
Anywhere from 15 to 25, 28K a month.
How long did it honestly take you to get to that level?
Well, a couple months until I got my first gig. Didn't work out, but until I was making like 18 to 20K a month. Like, I think my very first month at this company, I made like 18. So that was maybe 4 or 5 months into it.
What were you doing before?
I own a photo booth business.
Okay.
So I still run that on the side.
Okay. So hustling, grinding, gotcha.
Yeah.
Now, what benefits have you seen since starting Inbound Closing?
Well, let me tell you, like, running a business is stressful as hell because you have to manage employees, contractors, customers, inventory, all this crap. But with sales, like, you just get to close the deal, get paid. You don't have to do any of the fulfillment and take time off whenever you want. And honestly, like, being a business owner previously, it's kind of a dream job.
So, obviously this is a process, right? So did you actually have any limiting beliefs that were holding you back from your income goals?
I mean, I never even considered how much money you can make in sales. I heard people could make that, but I also didn't know how quickly it could happen if you just learned the right skills. So I just never even thought it was possible that my income situation could turn around that rapidly. I'm really happy it did.
Now, did any specific fears hold you back from getting into Inbound Closing in the first place, or were you just like, man, I'm ready to rock?
Well, I mean, when I saw that video with them showing like what these guys are making, I'm like, man, this just seems too good to be true. But the more I thought about it, I was like, well, you know what? There's salespeople. If they're good, if they sell a lot, I mean, it makes sense that they would make more money. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to give this program the benefit of the doubt, and I came in. And I'm glad I did because, I mean, it changed my life entirely. I mean, my wife and I are building our dream house. We're in a completely different financial state than we were before starting the program.
Yo, what's up, my dude? How you feeling, brother?
Great.
How's the sales pit?
Dude, awesome. Good energy.
Awesome. Hey, quick question. You actually did go through the accelerator, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was that for you?
Great. I've been through a lot of courses, actually. A lot of them are like really tactical kind of stuff. What I really liked about the accelerator was all the life stuff that like feeds into your job and those kinds of things, like all the outside things that like play into your performance at work. So that was really cool to hit on that.
Okay. And you were in sales before, right?
Yeah, big kind of like corporate company.
How long did it honestly take you to get to the level that you're at right now?
Probably like a good 90 days of like really, really hard work. But then I think it's incrementally better every day. So I'm a little better today than I was yesterday, but at least close-ish to like right now.
So what benefits outside of income have you seen since starting inbound closing?
Time. Dude, that's the biggest difference for me, time. I used to work 85 hours a week.
Oh my gosh.
And now, I've got my life back. I can spend it with my friends and family and hang out and actually utilize some of the income that I'm making.
Actually grow it, make it work for you.
Yeah, and hang out and have a good time.
Let's
and
go.
Travel and just participate in it, which has been really fun.
When you were going on that journey, because it is a journey, did you have any limiting beliefs that you had to overcome? What was that process like for you?
I thought that this was either the best kept secret in the world or like I needed to learn more about it. Because coming from being in the outside sales world for as long as I was, I had no idea that there was a way to have appointments booked for me.
Okay.
That I didn't have to go find and make 500 dials a day to create appointments and those kinds of things. So that was a huge transition point for me and understanding what my time is really worth.
Yeah.
And I'm actually spending it doing revenue generating stuff versus fighting to do revenue generating stuff.
Okay. And last piece, like, are you doing okay financially right now as an inbound closer?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
right now, I'd say a pretty average month is like $20,000 a month.
Oh.
I've seen some creep up to 30, 35K a month for sure.
not bad.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
my
it's been
dude.
good.
Let's get you back to work, bro. Have a good day. So, were you in sales before you jumped into inbound closing? What happened with that?
I was. I was slaving away, actually flipping mattresses. So, yeah, really great job opportunity with selling mattresses. I was cutting my teeth on that for a while.
So, in that industry, like, how much were you actually making before you got into inbound closing?
How much money was I making
Yes.
a month? I mean, my best month ever in sales, I made like $6,000. But I was working like 70 hours a week to do that. I was doing all the fulfillment. Like it wasn't just close the deal, hand it off. It was like, no, close the deal and then make sure the customer gets product. And it was just a lot.
Right. So you could do this skill anywhere in the world if you want to.
Yeah, I mean, I love sales pits, my home native, but I love Florida. I love the beach. So
Ooh.
you can't be taking calls on the beach.
Okay. So before you're making 6K, that was your best month ever. You had a slave to do it. How much are you making now that you're actually in inbound closing?
I would honestly say average, at least for this year, is probably going to be about 15K a month.
That's a huge increase.
Yeah, 2 to 3x. So, some months doing 26K a month. There's some months that are a little lower that are like, 13 to 15. So,
How long did it honestly take you to get to that level where you're making that kind of money?
through inbound closing?
Yes.
It was actually really quick. I had a lot of great help. Obviously, jumping into this environment, learning from you guys, Peyton, I mean, it like skyrocketed my production right away. I think in my first full month closing, I think I collected 23K in commission out of 30K total produced. So it was a huge jump, but I was just used to grinding, like 14 crazy hours. So when I came in here and working 40-hour week, taking calls, my feet up on my desk, like it was like clockwork. I had a lot to learn, but got there pretty quick.
And I mean, do you think that part of that gap where it was so big is because you had a little bit of a sales, skill set and you just were able to optimize it and things got better?
As far as like getting to where I was so quickly?
Yeah.
When I talk to people in person like this, it's way different than on the phone. There's more nuance because I can see your face. There's just so many things I had to learn. So, I mean, I was pretty good at effectively communicating, but there were so many little things that I had to learn, and I had to unlearn a lot of bad lessons I learned in sales. I had to relearn a lot of new lessons, so there was a lot.
Okay.
But
okay.
A lot of rapid growth.
So what benefits outside of income have you seen since becoming an inbound closer?
It's given me time to think about what I want. I mean, when you're working 60, 70 hours a week, you get home, you want to be there for like, your friends, your spouse, whoever. And for me, my girlfriend, I mean, I was barely able to be there. Barely able to have a social life. Couldn't go out with friends. I couldn't go on vacations because I'm trying to manage all these things in my pipeline while I'm gone, making sure deals are closing because it's all this fulfillment. I couldn't even live a life. So, I mean, for me, I'd say time's a huge thing.
Did you have any limiting beliefs that kind of, affected you or held you back from your income goals in the process?
I think I got a whole book full. Let me actually show you. So this here, this is one of my journals, and this is chock full of all the limiting beliefs, confidence issues I had to overcome. So there's a lot of work. I thought it was impossible. I remember when people were telling me you can make this amount, taking calls, or I was like, yeah, right. Because the only way I knew how to make more money in life was just by working more.
Yep.
Not learning a new skill set. So the biggest limiting belief for me, it was the fact that I had never done that. Therefore, I didn't think I could ever do it. But when I started to see that as possible, and when I first started to get my first taste of success in the industry, that belief began to get exposed, because I could no longer move forward with my life and grow my skill set and make more money if I was going to hold on to that belief. So I didn't crush that thing. Because now I started to taste it. But it took a risk, because for me, just because I didn't think I could do it, and I just heard other people talk, like, that's a silly reason why not to do something, just because you've never done it. That's a dumb reason to not do something with your life. So for me, I had to overcome that. As you saw, this wonderful book is full of goodies, and it's yours for only 3 installments of, no, I'm kidding. But there's a lot of limiting beliefs, and for me, that was my biggest one. I didn't think I could do it because I'd never done it. I sold myself short. Believe me, it's not worth living your life like that.
Now, before we go any further, let me tell you that these results are not necessarily normal. Every single one of these guys you see here committed to the process, went through the program, and have had some time to work up to the level you see them at now. So yes, it took some work, it took some time, it took some learning. But if you're willing to commit to the process and spend just a few hours a day learning, there's a super short but very detailed free training session that you can attend by clicking on the link below. It'll deep dive into the closing skill set that Corey, Gabe, and Jeremy all learned and still use to this day. And that can help you find a clear path towards the life that you get to design. And if you think that this is some scam or something weird like that, just take a look at more testimonials from some of our students on the next page. Now, the most important thing that I can tell you to do right now is to just click the link on this ad, because the reason why inbound closing works so well right now is because it's still very much a growing industry. More and more online businesses are being created every day that need people like you. And if you keep ignoring ads like this while everyone else clicks on them and attends the free training on the next page, they'll be taking advantage of the opportunities that you'll be missing out on simply because you didn't click on this ad and learn more about the value that inbound closing could offer your life. So if you're skeptical, I understand, and so does Corey and Gabe and Jeremy, because we've all been there. So just bear with me for a few minutes. Click on this ad and watch the free training on the next page. It doesn't matter if you don't have a lot of money. You don't need a lot of money. It doesn't matter if you don't have a lot of experience. You really don't need a lot of experience. It doesn't even matter if you don't have a lot of time, because you don't need a lot of time to get started learning this. Click the link below and let's get you started.